President of India Draupadi Murmu took a sortie in Rafale jet from the Indian Air Force station in Ambala. Murmu scripted history as she became the first President of India to fly in two different fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force. She had flown on a Sukhoi 30 MKI 2 years back in Tezpur, Assam. Hello and welcome to Inside South Asia. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's begin the show. The Pakistan-Afghanistan divide is here to stay. After 4 grueling days of negotiations in Istanbul, officials have failed to find common ground on the biggest issues. A fierce blame game rages, and going by open threats on both sides, the two teeter on the brink of open war. Our fourth story this week looks as to why the talks collapsed and what it means for the bigger picture in South Asia.
Hopes of cementing a tentative truce into a permanent end to hostilities at talks in Istanbul officially stand collapsed. After dozens of closed-door meetings and intense negotiations, Pakistan's Information Minister Ataullah Tarar spelt it out on social media. The dialogue failed to bring about any workable solution. What the diplomatic breakdown means is a horrifying return to armed conflict that had resounded on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border in September and into October. Earlier war clouds raised by Pakistan are back in the picture.
I saw in them that they wanted some peace. So if their conditions regarding us are met, then God willing, there will definitely be an agreement. If we cannot reach an agreement, there is the option of open war against them.
Kabul has fired back. Taliban government security sources said any Pakistani strike will be met with a reciprocal response. If our territory is bombed, Islamabad will be targeted, they said. The Afghanistan government says Pakistan had no interest in genuine dialogue. They accuse Islamabad of sabotaging the process. A news report even says Pakistan acknowledged it has an arrangement with a foreign country enabling drone operations inside Afghan territory. This stalemate comes weeks after a short but bloody border conflict, leaving hundreds dead. Now, as the Istanbul round collapses, both capitals brace for heightened tensions. The disputes between the two only show signs of deepening and turning uglier. At the top of this growing list, the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or TTP. Pakistan alleges the Taliban government harbors TTP fighters in eastern Afghanistan, enabling cross-border attacks that killed hundreds in Pakistan in 2024. Afghanistan denies this, framing TTP as Pakistan's internal problem and accusing Islamabad of failing to address root causes like Pashtun marginalization. Daesh affiliate ISIS-K adds a new layer of differences. Both sides face threats from the group, but coordinated action against it remains poor. Pakistan views Afghanistan as a permissive environment for ISIS-K recruitment and transit. The Taliban claims to combat it but faces criticism for leniency. Each blames the other for failing to contain Daesh's growing reach. Water disputes and dam projects deepen the mistrust. Afghanistan and Pakistan share 9 rivers but lack a binding treaty. Taliban leader Hibatullah Akhundzada recently ordered a dam on the Kunar River mirroring India's Indus Waters Treaty suspension. Pakistan protests, citing food security threats. And there's Pakistan's mass deportations of Afghan refugees. Pakistan hosts 1.7 million registered Afghan refugees and undocumented migrants. Deportation surged amid security fears, with human rights groups decrying forced returns to Taliban rule. The fallout goes beyond the border. Trade worth over $3 billion has stalled, food prices are rising across the region, and the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a key belt and road route, is feeling the strain. For South Asia, this deadlock spells trouble. India, Bangladesh, China have already picked sides. More talks are possible. Doha has been mentioned, so has another round in Istanbul. But without real concessions from both sides, 2026 could bring something worse. Is there a full-scale Pakistan-Afghanistan war lurking?
This war brinkmanship turns all the more tragic when you come face to face with the economic turmoil translating to public misery that both these countries are going through, both Afghanistan and Pakistan. Crushed by debt, battered by inflation, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was back in Saudi Arabia this week. Not for ceremonies, but for survival. Here's more.
It's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's fourth visit to the kingdom this year. Last time, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia had signed a landmark defense agreement. This time, behind the smiles, Sharif's real mission is urgent: to seek relief for a country on the edge. Saudi Arabia is Islamabad's lifeline, offering billions in bailout loans, cash infusions at low interest rates. These loans get rolled over again and again, delaying Pakistan's repayments, buying time but not resolving the crisis. Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves remain dangerously low. This trip is as much about scoring new investment deals as it is about simply paying last year's bills. But the data tells a bigger story. When it comes to attracting foreign investment, Pakistan is lagging. Regional rivals China, India, even Cambodia, they all pull in more capital than Pakistan. Investor confidence is weak, hit by political chaos, flip-flop policy making and nagging energy shortages. Pakistan's economic numbers don't inspire hope either. There's an $11 billion hole in import data, and the IMF has flagged a $30 billion trade gap. The trust deficit is widening, not just at home, but among global lenders. Pakistan's economy, despite official claims of stability and fiscal discipline, continues to be mired in deep socio-economic turmoil. While the government touts a steadier exchange rate, higher foreign inflows, and a revived stock market, the majority of Pakistanis remain trapped in economic hardship. The benefits of these macroeconomic gains have failed to trickle down to ordinary citizens, exposing the stark divide between policy narratives and lived realities. On the ground, Pakistanis are gasping under the weight of soaring prices. Tomatoes, onions, ginger, all shooting out of reach.
The Afghanistan-Pakistan border closed, so we have imported tomatoes from Iran. Now we are selling it at a cheaper price. The price of tomato had gone up to 500, 600 rupees per kilogram, but now we have brought the price of tomato down to 200 rupees.
Pakistan's border with Afghanistan, long a key route for food imports, remains shut. The bigger impact: shortages, spiking prices and angry consumers. Now even after Iranian imports, relief is patchy and only partial. So what did Shehbaz Sharif secure this week? Saudi Arabia and Pakistan signed off on an economic cooperation framework. It covers energy, mining, technology, agriculture, food security, and yes, new electricity and energy projects. Yet for all the photo ops and fresh agreements, the question still remains. Will Saudi support be enough to stave off a deeper crisis, or is Pakistan simply buying time, not solutions?
Bangladesh is set to roll out the red carpet for radical Islamic preacher Zakir Naik. Nayak will be on a month-long speaking tour across the country from late next month, a visit that will raise alarm across the region. Peace TV's Zakir Nayak will arrive in Bangladesh on November 28th, kicking off a 23-day tour. The UNIS government has cleared the visit. Nayak reportedly plans to visit major cities like Dhaka, Chittagong and Sylhet and even meet select religious leaders. He is slated to give talks about the importance of violent Islam. Analysts fear parallels with his visit to Pakistan last year, where he met leaders of banned anti-India terror groups. Nayak's Bangladesh visit is a sharp turnaround after the 2016 terror attack on the Holy Artisan Bakery. Nayak was banned from Bangladesh after this attack. The Sheikh Hasina government had banned Nayak's Peace TV and even blacklisted the radical preacher. Security analysts in India have expressed concern that Nayak's visit could invigorate extremist networks in Bangladesh. Intel reports even warn that his tour coincides with growing ISI-backed activity near the India-Bangladesh border. He fled India in 2016 and now lives in Malaysia, where he continues to preach through his religious channels. Nayak is wanted in India for hate speech and money laundering. Investigators link his NGOs to forced conversions and the banned Popular Front of India. The UNIS government's moves to welcome Nayak sends a disturbing message. It signals Dhaka's visit towards radical Islamist politics and away from moderation. The question looms large: has Bangladesh turned a blind eye to the terror attack of 2016? Cyclone Mountha, the fiercest sea storm to hit India in decades, made landfall late on Tuesday in Andhra Pradesh in coastal regions along the Bay of Bengal. The storm left a trail of destruction with close to 87,000 hectares of farmland ravaged. Our next report brings you the details.
Nature's fury was on full display as Cyclone Mountha gained strength on a manic Monday, as heavy rains and strong winds lashed the eastern coast of India. Evacuation of some 50,000 people in low-lying areas to relief camps began at a frenetic pace. In order to ensure full preparedness, authorities cancelled holidays for emergency staff. As a preventive measure, schools and colleges were ordered to close in coastal areas of the southern state of Andhra Pradesh and the eastern state of Orissa, forecast to be hit the hardest by the harsh inclement weather. With the cyclone expected to turn into a severe storm by Tuesday, disaster teams carrying inflated rafts, specialized chainsaws and other equipment fanned out to move families from low-lying areas in Andhra Pradesh.
We are moving people to relief shelters in areas wherever we think it is necessary. The cyclone is going to hit this evening and we don't need to panic as we are continually working in collaboration with the local administration. Also, I would like to appeal to the people in this area to move to the shelters that have been created for them.
It is likely to cross Andhra Pradesh coast between Machilipatnam and Kalingapatnam with the maximum sustained wind speed 90 to 100 km per hour, gusting to 110 km per hour. And for the Odisha state, the red color warning is issued.
As forecasted, Cyclone Mountha made landfall around midnight on Tuesday, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The next day, according to preliminary estimates presented to Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu, crops spread across 87,000 hectares, 380 kilometers of roads and 14 bridges in Andhra Pradesh were damaged. Banana plantations in parts of Andhra Pradesh were ravaged by the impact of the cyclone, while thick clouds loomed over the coastal regions. According to local media reports, a 48-year-old woman was also killed after a palm tree crashed into her house in Andhra Pradesh's Konasima district. In the eastern Orissa state, the cyclone triggered heavy rains, causing road blockages and power cuts.
Right now we are in West Godavari district, Narsapur town, where the Cyclone Mountha landfall last night, it occurred the place. Here we can see on the screen, road is collapsed. This road connects to the beach of Narsapur. It is adjacent, very nearby here. From here, 600 meters away, the beach is located, where the shrimp farmers, they are farming the shrimps over here. Due to this road collapsed, now they are worrying because local farmers, they are saying that they lost their shrimp business, more than 250 hectares due to heavy rain. Now, shrimp farmers, they are worrying that they lost the business approximately 20 crores of rupees.
It is to be noted that between April and December, cyclones frequently hit India's east coast. In one of the country's deadliest natural disasters, a super cyclone had left nearly 10,000 people dead when it hit Odisha in October 1999. While the authorities claim that the situation is absolutely under control and efforts are underway to repair the damage done, the Cyclone Mountha is yet another reminder of the adverse effects of climate change.
Let's now take a look at what else is making headlines in our Inside South Asia wrap.
Direct flights between India and mainland China resumed after a 5-year suspension. The first flight was operated by India's commercial carrier Indigo from Kolkata to the southern Chinese city of Guangzhou. The non-stop air links had been suspended since 2020 due to the pandemic and subsequent geopolitical tensions.
The only flight, otherwise you have to make a long detour. Either you have to go by Bangkok or by Singapore or by Hong Kong. So it adds up, more. I came here for the flight time was just about, say, 3 hours 40 minutes. So I think you have to add another 8 hours to it, 8 or 9 hours. If you want, had it been day before yesterday, let's put it as simple as that.
The air connectivity is an important step with respect to trade for both Asian giants as they cautiously rebuild relations.
Indigo direct flight to Guangzhou. It's a strong relation between China and India. And of course, China and India now is the superpower of the world now. So I hope all the China and India will be really, in future will be a very good friend. What used to be like India-China back then.
A small private helicopter flying to Labouche near the Everest base camp to rescue stranded trekkers crashed on the 29th of October when it tried to land. The helicopter slipped on the snow while landing, lying on its side. The pilot survived and was later rescued. The Everest region were closed to tourism on Wednesday due to heavy snow brought by cyclone winds, visited by thousands of trekkers and climbers. The region around Mount Everest has been blanketed by snow since the 27th of October as a cyclone from the Bay of Bengal churned across India, ushering in a second bout of severe snowfall in the Himalayas in October.
Bhutan is gearing up for a spiritual festival that welcomes all to pray for world peace and the healing of humanity. The Global Peace Prayer Festival will be held in Thimphu from November 4th to 19th. Organized by the Royal Government of Bhutan, the Festival of Prayers and Meditation is expected to bring together eminent lamas or monks from all schools of Buddhism in Bhutan and beyond.
For decades, the mountains of Nepal, including the world-renowned Mount Everest, have drawn climbers from across the world in search of adventure and beckoning the call of the wild. Interestingly, in a country where 462 peaks are open for climbing, around 100 have never been summited. These untouched peaks, shrouded in mystery, now captivate an ever-growing community of adventurers. Our next report brings you the details.
Home to 8 of the world's 10 highest peaks, Nepal, the Himalayan nation, welcomes hundreds of climbers every year, making mountaineering a lucrative business for the impoverished nation. This autumn, Nepal has issued 1,323 climbing permits. while commercial expeditions dominate on Everest and other 8,000-meter giants. A new generation of adventurers, always on the hunt for more wild, pristine places, are looking sideways rather than upwards, towards the countless 6,000 and 7,000-meter summits in the country. 33-year-old French mountaineering star Benjamin Verdrines, who is back from the first ascent of the 7,468 meters Janou East with another French climber Nicolas Jean, considers the alpine climb a huge challenge.
For the climbers who want more freedom, who want more wild places, you still have a lot of possibilities. It's not finished, not at all. I mean, you can write an incredible history for your life and for the history of alpinism by just researching, being curious. You also have a way to climb a lot of mountains in Nepal, which are not super difficult, and you can do it in alpine style too, and to try to write a new page. It's the way I climb, it's the way I'm improving my career. So yeah, for me it's very important. Like alpine style is completely different in terms of skills, in terms of passions, in terms of unknowns. You have the adventure is way bigger.
While most climbers who come to Nepal are part of large commercial expeditions on popular peaks, small independent teams dispersed across remote and lesser-known mountains are not unheard of. Many of these expeditions, including French, Japanese and Swiss teams, are tackling summits in true alpine style. What has brought this fundamental shift in approach to mountaineering? Well, questions about sustainability, overcrowding and commercialization, no doubt, played a role in reshaping mountaineering.
It is challenging to practice alpinism in Nepal. It is difficult to access the base camp. There are few hotels and there are issues regarding rescue services. Those who come for the 26,246 foot are either aiming for a 14-peak record or wanting to climb Everest or other high peaks. And then there are alpinism enthusiasts who want to explore new places and avoid the crowds. They come here for unknown peaks to do first ascents or find new routes.
Looking at the positive side, smaller expeditions also mean climbers are spread across a wider area, which means bringing tourism income to valleys that have long remained outside mainstream trekking routes. In August this year, Nepal waived climbing fees for 97 mountains in a bid to promote lesser-known peaks. Given the endless possibilities, what we are witnessing is another part of Nepal's climbing story, meant for enthusiastic climbers willing to tread off the beaten path.
Come October and the desert town of Pushkar comes alive with vibrant colors of the Pushkar cattle fair, from camel and horses parades to folk music. Take a look at some highlights. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.
He's a very tough negotiator. That's not good.
Given our different national conditions, we do not always see eye to eye with each other.
WION Health Resort is unique, the only one of its kind. Experience the 4 paths of natural wellness: yoga, Ayurveda, acupuncture, and naturopathy. Each uniquely customized program improves the whole person to make every person whole. Come to WION Health Resort. Make your reservation at yowan.com.
From the bustling trading floors of Wall